All right. Is it starting right now or starting in a couple minutes?
In a couple minutes, we need to wait for the other candidate, obviously.
All right. It's Spiel. He's in the
Yeah, I see he's in there.
audience.
Do you like the questions? They're not too hard.
Well, I just got them. They're a little more. Thought they're gonna be more about policy rather than the running of the nation. But
I mean,
it's
you're
alright.
not really worried about policy, you're worried about running the nation.
I know it's about running the nation. I thought it was gonna be more about policy, but it's all right.
Yeah, and then we'll
I
have a
guess we
few
can just
rapid
make
questions.
it on the fly. You know, we got this.
Yeah, of course. I've had to make quick questions with the help of AI.
It's all right.
Everyone's gonna
Well,
trash me for using AI.
it's all right. At least you made the questions in time, unlike Cosmos.
And I've learned not to ping at everyone 3 times. Oh,
We're just gonna read the questions up and down, or we're just gonna do them in order.
I think I'm gonna do the one that makes more sense to go first, which is
All
about
right.
policy.
All right, man.
And then we'll go with the random questions, and then we'll go with the rapid questions, which I
All
have here,
right. The
which you
secret
don't
one.
have access to, but like, yeah.
It's
We
all
did it
right.
last
It's all
time,
right.
it's quite fun.
It's all
You
right.
can
We
see
just
who
make it on the
thinks
fly,
on there.
bro. We got
Yeah, it's the whole point.
yeah. A monkey business question.
Shit, wait, give me a
Can't
second.
respond to that one.
I
That question is too confusing. I can't respond to it. I'm sorry.
Hello, hello.
Low check.
hello.
I just want to ask if this event is just for blue or it's for everyone. I don't know.
Uh,
Everyone can join, but it's just for
yeah.
the two
I
blue
guess red.
nations
I know some reds are in
leaders.
this audience because I was in the event with one, and I'm pretty sure there was a single red there. So watch. Don't expose too much.
Okay, but I think this is just debate for like naming cities or.
No,
No, for nation
it's
leader.
it's
Oh,
to
oh,
see.
oh.
It's basically what do you call the political candidate debate? It's just a candidate debate to see who's gonna get more support for presidency.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Where's the other candidate? They need to ask to speak.
Yeah, you have to raise your hand, Spiel.
Ah, yes, amazing, perfect. Invite to speak. He's in.
Now Spiel's here.
Yeah, I
Hello.
knew about that. I was just still checking out the questions.
Yeah, I'm looking at the questions right now because
You can send them to your party leader
see,
so they can help
I've
you.
had a good 9 minutes to look at them. I think I can get through them now. That's all right. All right. I guess we're just gonna start whenever White starts asking the questions in a couple minutes, or
Yeah, in
Yeah,
like 3
just
minutes.
give
I'll
me
give you
like
some
one more
time to
minute
prepare.
and I'm fine.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
not that evil. Actually, I am pretty evil. You know what? I blame the mod. I'm not gonna name the mod, but like the mod was supposed to do the questions and send them to you, but they didn't even send me the questions. So
I don't think
it's
he knew
crazy.
that. I think it was gonna be. Yeah, I think it was gonna be. I thought you were gonna do it. Yeah.
I mean, I told Cosmos to do the announcement because I was going to sleep, and I stayed up, and then I didn't do the questions, and then I just got home. But the delay is my fault, to be honest.
I just woke up,
But the
dude.
questions is not my fault.
Yeah. Well, basically, the delay was caused by this unnamed moderator who we'll never know.
Yeah,
We'll never
we're
know the
not
name
naming.
of.
Yeah, I'm not naming. I'm not that mean.
We're
No,
not
we have
playing
27
the
people in
blame
there. That's
game.
quite good.
That's 26.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Should I do the announcement in red? I did it last time. I don't know if I should.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean,
I'll
they can
see.
ask questions, but like,
Yeah, you
maybe
should
not.
make an announcement. It'll take for everyone to respond anyway.
This is. I mean, it's a blue debate, but I don't know why you would announce it. It doesn't really matter. It depends on
It
what
doesn't
you
really
want to
matter.
do.
Maybe they want to know which candidate is better. You know, maybe red wants to vote.
Yeah. What if there's
I'm not gonna
5 need to
ping
vote
though.
in the blue? Yeah. Reds are allowed to hear their future owners. Yeah, that's true.
I still need the two red leaders to tell me
They're gonna
when
join the.
theirs
They're
is.
gonna join the VC.
No, they need to know.
Oh.
They need to tell me when theirs is, so I can
Uh,
give them the questions or
I
whatnot.
thought they were under a monarchy.
Not really, no.
So that dude is just.
Unless a red wants to join and explain.
Yeah, we should get both red leaders here. These are gonna be their future leaders.
I mean, we have one of them here.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, man.
Hold up, let me see if he's actually red. I kind of forgot, but I think he's here. Yeah, he is here. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
Give me 1 minute and we'll start.
No, I'm
Alright.
fine
Read
now.
the questions. Yeah,
Alright.
give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go get water. Sorry.
All right.
No.
Oh my God, hold up.
You guys can talk. Show the people. Show the.
Do you even have like any response to these questions that you already had before the debate?
If I had before,
I think there was only one thing that I could properly answer that I had before this debate.
I had to read the first one like 3 times.
It's the how do you prevent can't say it, but how do you prevent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still reading it. I already got all the others, but I'm still looking at how do you prevent.
That one I genuinely had to think for like 5 minutes. The rest was fine, but all the other ones, Jesus.
I think I got the other ones to a certain extent.
Well, then
Been
I
getting this
already wish
water.
you good luck on
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, I wish you good luck too, man.
Thank you.
Oh, we got another mod up here. Red.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello. We got curiosity here too.
Hello, curious. You can speak.
I don't think he is. All right.
No, he has a mic. Why is he not speaking? Curious, speak.
Oh.
Come on. Okay. So I'll let you guys
His mic
introduce
isn't working.
yourselves.
I already
Force,
did. I
you can
already
go
met him
first.
in the event one.
Oh,
we
okay.
talked a little bit.
What do you guys talk about?
The questions. Like, when are we gonna get them? We're just sitting there, man. We were sitting there for a couple minutes, just like, let's just do that.
Oh,
It was good.
if
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
know we
along too
enjoyed.
long, you haven't bonded. Not about to
Mhm.
make a coalition, are you? Anyways.
We're both gonna be president.
Yeah, we're both presidents in our minds.
Okay. Let me just get the question.
Okay, but before we start the questions, I do want to say something if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, you can. That was the whole point of me being gone for like 3 minutes, but yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay. If any journalists are present, please DM me after this. I want this to reach everyone in the nation because I'm gonna address something
Yeah,
very
so
important. Just
You know what? We can have the
DM me.
journalists. If you get some questions after I'm done answering once I answer my questions, you can join in the voice call and ask.
yeah, because we have
Or you
two
send me
Yeah, they
journalists
one and
can.
I'll
currently.
ask.
We have two journalists. We have
Yeah.
Marywax and there's also Emperor
Just make sure
Oleg.
you DM me if you want to. Or just ask to join the call. It's whatever. Okay.
Good about
So here's the public stating of the recent scandal that a lot have been anticipating. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the messages that have recently come to light. But I would like to provide some context regarding both my own actions and the BSP as a whole. The messages contained in these screenshots were from the very first days of the arrival of me and Finnish Knight. I did not properly read the situation that I found myself in. At the time, I had a very poor understanding of the situation, and I allowed misinformation and my own poor judgment to shape my opinions. Looking back, I recognize that this was wrong. I have learned a lot since then within the Blue Nation, and I was allowed to meet many great people, which has quickly changed my viewpoints on a lot of issues. When it comes to the BSP as a whole, I want to make sure that everyone knows that we gained at least 2/3 of our members within the last 2 days of election, long after these messages have been sent. Not a single one of these members knew about these messages or agreed to them, nor does the BSP as a whole represent these ideals. However, we understand that these messages cannot be tolerated, especially the anti-democratic and unconstitutional ones sent by Finnish Knight, which is why Finnish Knight has decided to step down from party leader, a move that was heavily supported by all members. I know that this does not make things right, and there's a lot of distrust between the BSP and the public, especially with Purple at the moment. I sincerely apologize for my behavior and comments that I have made against our Purple brothers. I wish to regain trust one day, though it will take a while, in order to continue moving our great nation forward. I understand everyone who does not trust this, and rightfully so, it was a big mistake after all. But I genuinely care about our great democracy, freedom, and equality for all dots within our borders, and I wish to prove that. I do not ask for forgiveness, nor do I expect everyone to accept this apology. All I ask for is for the opportunity to prove through my actions that I have learned from my mistakes. May we move forward and stay united for the good of the nation.
it. Yeah, and another thing, you shouldn't blame somebody for what they did early on because I already read this stuff and I knew that he didn't know early on what he was talking about. So you should definitely not blame somebody for just their early actions. So yeah, I expect also people to forgive Spielmouth.
Yeah,
Hmm. All right, let's get on
I
with the debate, and I don't think we should um continue
Okay, that
doing
was
this
interesting.
anymore. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
for letting us know.
yeah.
Okay.
He needed to speak to everyone about the
That was really,
stuff.
I had no clue what you were talking about for a second until I got
Hmm.
sent the pictures, like, oh shit. Okay,
Hmm.
well, I'm gonna start the first question. Okay. Oh, wait, who wants to go first?
Heads or tails? 'cause, I don't wanna figure it out
I
first.
do not have a coin, and I
Heads.
do have my. Okay, let me flip a coin. Give me a second. Tails goes first.
Sorry?
Tails go first. He landed on tails.
Okay.
Okay. The first question is: currently, the nation leader often acts as the general in chief. Do you believe the leader should directly command the army on the map, or should they appoint a separate minister of war to handle tactics while they focus on politics and morale? If you separate the roles, what are you typing? If you separate the roles, how will you prevent conflict between your own political goals and the general's military need? What should you go for?
Well, I believe that the leader shouldn't directly command the army on the map because currently the leader needs to focus more on the internal situation because, well, Blue has been in such a leaderless situation for a couple weeks. I think 1 or 2 weeks. They need to focus more on the internal situation rather than the war entirely. So I think that they should be separated into a minister of war. Yeah, and to prevent these conflicts from the new general military and the political goals, there should just be a communication between the minister of war and the leader to make sure that people don't have this miscommunication and do the wrong thing or do something bad. Yeah, right there.
Okay, that's a reasonable answer. Nice. Okay, Spill,
Mhm.
you can go.
I think that the nation leader is not guaranteed to have the necessary knowledge to be commander in chief. The leader should have an advisory power over the command of the army, but at the end of the day, the generals should lead this fight. The idea was to have a council of generals that then select one of their members as the Ministry of War. So the separation, it's a little bit separated. They can all focus on their own things. The appointed Ministry of War can focus on the on the political side of it, while the council itself can continue focusing on the military side of their task.
Okay, that's good.
Mm.
So if you guys had to have a minister of war, who would you pick to lead it? Of course, you can go first.
Well, I definitely don't want to be centered only around my party. So I've seen multiple different generals, but the one that really took my like really like shown to me was Calvi. Um, I know that he's already really active in the game, and I know that he does all this. He already plays a bunch, and he already talks with the people a bunch. So if there was to be a minister of war, I would definitely, if it was to be appointed, it would definitely be Talvi because how he, yeah, Curiosity said he likes Talvi. It would definitely be Talvi because of how he's communicated to the people, and also how he's just good. That's it.
Okay, Spill, what's your answer?
I am sadly not enough experienced with the military side of this to directly say that I would definitely appoint this person as the Ministry of War if it was up to me. But Horst is making a very good point there. I do agree with him. That would definitely be one of my candidates for it, or maybe Assassin.
Okay.
Anything else? Or
Is that it? Okay. Anyone
yep,
have any questions about
yeah, just typing in the event main chat thing.
that? Okay, I'm gonna guess no.
Yeah, I don't think
Five,
anyone.
Um,
four,
Oh,
3, 2,
hey,
Moses.
1.
I just want to say that I support the proposal that Talve should be like army leader. I think he's a very experienced player and he will do good things.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Talvi, he's very experienced.
Oh,
I was even
As he's
surprised.
like top 10 placed. I don't know.
Mhm.
I wasn't looking. Okay.
He's up there. He's still up there. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
hmm Any other questions or? Yeah,
okay.
I think no one else is
The
chiming
second
in yet.
question now.
Mhm.
If elected, how will you select the members of the new independent election committee? Spill, you can go first.
I would honestly select them randomly. That's the only option we have to fully ensure that they are not chosen by any bias. I should not be able to, the president should not be able to appoint them, and the general public, we could have that, yeah, but I think there could be some bias internally as well. So chosen by random.
Okay. How will you propose to do it by random? Will it be based on activity or just anyone who has the blue roll? Or do they have to sign up for it?
They should sign up for it, yes. They should have at least some interest for it.
Okay. That's a good answer. Horse?
Well, the independent election committee. I know that if it was to be elected, if it was to be appointed by me, it would of course have bias. And if it was to be elected by players, it would just mirror the elections, like the political parties. You would have splits in the independent election committee. So to make sure that it wasn't biased, I would definitely have it chosen by lottery. Now, I definitely don't have a full set plan for the lottery, but it can of course just be pulling by just like pulling by number. Everyone just gets a number and yeah, or it can just be a random name, like just a random name spinner.
Does anyone have any questions about an election committee? You know, these news reporters are really awful. They have no questions.
Yeah, can we get some questions from Mary Wax or maybe Emperor Oleg? Do you guys have any
Monkey
questions?
Biz. I think someone's
Oh,
joining to ask a question.
What's your opinion on fanboys?
Oh,
that
okay.
one's too important. I can't leak that one. I can't leak that one. I can't leak that one. Too
That's top
secret.
secret information, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's credible. There's reds in this call right now. I'm
Crazy.
sorry.
Okay, I'll go on
Oh,
to
Emperor Oleg
another
has a
question,
question.
which is really, personal to me, since it
Yeah,
affects
we
me,
can't
obviously. Okay. The third question.
expose it.
Currently, the WOD staff team holds ultimate power and can override player decisions. Do you support a constitutional reform to permanently remove this power from staff, transferring full sovereignty to the elected leader and parliament? Or do you believe staff must remain a safety veto to prevent the server from collapsing due to player mismanagement? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Horse can go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I see that the World staff they hold all the power, and I feel like that isn't popular with the entire community. So I think if there was to be something to get rid of it or transfer it, I'd definitely get rid of the safety veto because the whole point of these nations is to let the players have their own control over it and to have that like full control of this nation. They shape it basically. Having these admins as the safety veto can basically it doesn't allow the players to fully do the things that they really want to do. And I know that it can lead to playerless mismanagement, but the whole point of these nations is to let the players themselves figure out what to do with this nation. So I believe that it should just be fully gone. I like just fully gone. Yeah, there should be no safety veto at all, and it shouldn't be transferred to any elected leader or parliament.
Okay. Spill, you can go.
I think it should be balanced out. The players should definitely have more power. The moderators just interfere too much with the player experience. Horst said it very well. The nation is here for the players to shape the future of these nations. However, I do think that there should be still a veto on it from the moderators, but much more heavily restricted than it currently is.
Got it? Or is there going to be any other questions? All right. Oh, we have a question from Emperor
You go ahead.
Oleg. Wait, let me add you to it.
I was just about to say something, but okay. That's not gonna be a question. He asked if well, it's not gonna be a thing. He asked if would you support giving admin power to currently elected officials? That's a straight up no. I don't think
Yeah, you
anyone
should
would.
know. It's not to just Mr. Spielmouse give it. Yeah, it's also yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy question. We
Yeah,
would not
of
allow
course
it.
not, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be like this is not in the question, but since both of you want staff to have less power, what is one thing you would do to achieve it to make sure that everything is done fairly? Do
Who's
you need
going
me to
first?
expand on it?
No, I'm supposed to go first.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just a
It's a
follow-up question to the question.
it's a very great question. Yeah, it's very difficult to answer how to properly balance that out. We don't have any control over the moderation team. We can make proposals that have been voted on by the nations to properly like explain to them how we think it should be done, but they have to deal with that internally. It's just way too difficult to answer that question properly.
Okay, would you propose like a committee, like the election committee that I've proposed?
I'm guessing we could use that or the Supreme Court to overrule a moderator's decision if it is deemed not to be that much of an importance, like too much of a threat to the event, and just an interference with the gameplay.
All right.
Good answer.
Can I
Good
get
luck. Awesome.
asked the question one more time so that I can I can just remember it?
Honestly, I kind of forgot the question. Does anyone remember the question?
I know it was something about
It was
okay.
what
The
would you do to make it possible so the admins have less power? Basically that question.
well, the admins, there's I don't think they will actually interfere if there was something to actually get rid of their power, because that'd be, democratically. It wouldn't just be stripped by a single person. So I think that if, people can just, in the parliament, can definitely get rid of admin power slowly, or they can do it in a single, you know, law or policy. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a major fight against the admins and the people of the Blue Nation. So yeah, I think that it would just be a single policy pass to get rid of the admin power.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
that's it.
reasonable question. So you both agree admins should have less power, and we should give some of that power to a group
The
of
people.
people inside the nation, which is voted by the people. Yeah,
hmm
basically how elections are done. Okay,
hmm
that's fair. So what kind of power would you have removed from the admins?
Spielmouse or me?
No,
Oh,
it's
you
you.
can go first again.
Oh, the power that I would definitely get rid of the admins is them being able to, veto certain actions. If it's relating to parliament, because the parliament is an elected committee of, elected committee of people that the admins shouldn't be able to interfere in. So I'll definitely get rid of their power to interfere within the parliament's power. They can't do that anymore because yeah, it would just go against the people. But I'd let them definitely retain power over the president because it's just a single dude. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, so just about the laws of the republic,
Yeah.
basically. Okay,
The
so
laws should.
sorry.
Yeah, the laws shouldn't be interfered by the the admins.
Okay,
Also got a
that was
question
well
towards
answered.
me.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Spill, you can go answer the question.
Yeah, I think that the moderator should not interfere with anything that happens within the republic itself, as long as it follows the actual event rules. Yeah, of course, the president, yeah, he should also have, he should be underneath the moderators, but in general, I agree, yeah, the laws and what happens within the Blue Nations, the moderator should not have power over to improve the experience of the player.
Thank you for your question, for your answers. Okay, we'll go into question number 4. Identify one specific failure from the previous administration, and wait, that question doesn't make a sense. Okay, just identify one specific failure from the previous administration. Spill, you can go again first.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Identify one specific failure. Oh my god, I just started there. Identify one specific failure of the current administration. Or well, previous.
I think that the military academy was just not effective enough. A lot of players have not gotten the proper training that they needed in order for us to win this war. It was just kind of, yeah, it was just ineffective and it was half baked when it came out. There was no structure in it and whatnot. So definitely the military academy had its issues. It was the most important one that we had because this is actually how we will win the war if we train our soldiers. But in general, the last government had a little bit of issues with bringing out stuff that has been properly made. It always felt just incomplete.
You done? Yeah. Horse, you can go next. Horse.
Mic was off. My fault, guys. Well, I
Okay.
can definitely identify 2 failures, but Phil already talked about one of them, so I'll only be talking about one of them, which was the ineffectiveness. The government being unable to, propose enough policies to keep up with the people and also enact these policies. It wasn't able to keep up with the current situation on the ground and also in the government. So the government being ineffective and unable to pass legislation that actually affected the people and also the game, it definitely led to all these people. Yeah, it was bad. No bueno.
That's good questions. Anyone have any follow-up questions to that?
I know there is some questions proposed by Emperor Oleg to me and Spiel. I just don't know where they are because people have been
So
talking.
this is not a question, but what is one thing that the previous government did that was a success?
I can go
Uh,
first.
yeah.
Well, it's definitely the Constitution. At least I know that I was talking about the ineffectiveness of the previous government, but I can definitely agree in saying that they at least passed the Constitution and they at least put the framework for the next government to take charge. If this was, if this wasn't actually happening, if they didn't actually put the Constitution in place, then it would have been worse for the next government. And yeah.
Okay. Spill.
I'm also very thankful about the government. Constitution. The last government has made a very, very good job writing the constitution. Yeah, they laid the framework. They wrote it very well, very throughout. They thought of a lot of different possibilities of happening. It's overall very great that they have made this constitution.
Well, as we're talking about the constitution, we'll go into one of my quick questions. And as none of your parties had much say on the blue constitution, what are your opinions on it? And what are the things you would support? What are the things you would support Parliament to change in the constitution? Horst, you can go first.
Well, I can definitely support the Constitution in most parts. It definitely has some loopholes which need to be patched. I can't directly say these loopholes because, well, I don't have the Constitution laid in front of me. But if I remember, people can easily dissolve. The president can dissolve the parliament if he has a majority. I can't remember what majority, and also the approval of the council, which is I don't even know who the council is. I know there's five. I know there's 10 people, but I only know five of them. So this can definitely be exploited, and I'll definitely try to fix that. Yeah.
Okay, Spill, you can go next.
The constitution overall, I think, is very good. I don't know if there are any changes that need to be made. If we find any loopholes, those need to be fixed. If we are able to make the government run more efficiently, that needs to be changed. But we will not touch the constitution in any way that would ever go against itself or against any of the rights of any of the dots.
Okay. Does anyone have any follow-up questions? Yep. Okay. We will go on to the last actual question. So, by the end of your term, what single statistic, oh my god, will you want to prove you are successful? Oh my god. Wait, let me return that. At the end of your term, what single statistic will you use to prove you are a successful leader? Spill, you can go first.
It's very hard to say that. The position of president is apolitical, but I would say the satisfaction of the nation. My job is to represent this nation. It's to protect the constitution. It's to protect the rights. And as long as the nation is moving forwards, I think that my term has ended successfully if everyone is, or the large majority is satisfied with my work.
Horst?
Well, I'll definitely use the statistic of the player retention rate. And people actually being on the game would be a better statistic than actual voter turnout or any approval. Because if people aren't, the whole point of one of the main points of the government is to keep these people active on this game. Like, yeah, you can pass as many laws as you can, but it doesn't really matter if the people aren't on the game. So yeah, player retention rate would definitely be one that would show when I was a successful leader. It going up would be good.
How will you make it possible for player retention to increase?
I don't know. People really want to the point of the government is to keep people entertained basically because yeah, people basically want to be participating in this government. People will really stay to something. Well, people will really stick to something if they're able to have their voice heard and also have people that they like in the government. So definitely having these people stay in government and pass these laws. Yeah, happiness is measured by mark per capita. people being happy, you know, more retention, more people talking in general, whatever it is, it just shows that more people are ready to play the game.
Okay, that's a nice question. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Just at me on him while I ask these questions. Just
Emperor
at me in the
Oleg has
questions,
one.
and I will ask them after I do the questions above. Okay, so okay, that's done. This question is from Tanadot. What actions will you take to ensure blue citizens are heard while ensuring an efficient government? Do you think Parliament has too many members to operate efficiently, or should it be expanded to house more members? I will send the question so you understand it better. It's in the chat.
Who will be going first?
I can repeat the question if needed.
Uh,
I
I
can
can.
also go first.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, if you want to go first, then sure.
It's just actually yeah. Well, I can definitely ensure that blue citizens will be heard while ensuring this effective government, because the large a large parliament doesn't mean that it's going to be fractured entirely. Many of these people have the same ideas, but they're just in separate parties. So people will definitely be heard because everyone can vote for their own different party. They can vote for anyone they want to, but we can still ensure an effective government. Even if it's an enlarged parliament, you can go up to, I don't even know how many seats do you think that we could go up to, right? Like, what's the limit that we have currently? Or is there any limit?
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry?
is there any limit to how big the parliament can be? So I can just say this a little bit.
At the moment, in the constitution, is 5% of the population of blue,
Mm. Yeah, well,
and
I
that
can
is
definitely see
47.
it. I can definitely see it growing because, yeah, I can ensure this effective government. It can definitely operate more efficiently, even if it was expanded. If the player base, of course, expands.
Of course. The blue parliament went from 25 to 47
Mm-hmm.
because of the 5% in the constitution. However, the Reds, they decided 40 would be their max, and they would need to vote on it to change. So it doesn't grow with
Yeah.
the population. What do you guys think about it?
Well, I definitely see the Reds definitely going into a they're definitely gonna hit a brick wall later because people really want to be heard, definitely in this government, what I'm seeing. And if people are just stuck on this 40 play parliament, this 40 player parliament, and it's of course gonna lead to unrest eventually because there's gonna be so many people cramming for seats. Imagine 100, like imagine 30 people needing to vote for one person. I mean, needing to vote for a single party for one seat. I don't think the game will get that big, but you can definitely see what I'm trying to emphasize is that people
Yeah.
will be unable to get their voice properly heard if it's just such a small parliament.
Okay. Spill.
I think that a maximum amount of members in the parliament is a good idea in order to ensure the effectiveness of the parliament. If we have too many people, it's going to be way too fractured. I do agree with the 5% as well. However, to ensure that everyone is heard, I support the idea of adding petitions. You will have to get a certain amount of signatures on a certain issue that you want to add and bring into the parliament, and there the parliament has to consider it. I think this is gonna boost that everyone has a voice in the parliament too, that everyone can speak up for their own issues without having to choose a party. With that, they can just get signatures for the problem that they are facing.
Okay. That's nice. No one has anyone else and anything else to add? Okay. This one is from Badger A. What is your opinion on the party grudges, especially regarding the coalition in Parliament against one party? And do you believe this can cause trouble for democracy? I'll let Horse go first. This
Oh,
is
me?
by Badger, by the way. Yeah.
By
I
Badger?
sent the question.
Let me look at this. What is the opinion on party grudges?
It's from Badger, if you just
Well,
want
I
to
see these party grudges not as one against like whole political stances, but definitely just against two people who really just don't want to cooperate. So these two parties, I know what the coalitions I know what the coalitions you're talking about, but I feel like in the real political sense, they can definitely agree and get along because these grudges are between these two people because well, politics just developed into two people hating each other, not the whole party. And yeah, they will definitely not cause a trouble for democracy, seeing how I don't think a coalition will try to, ban this single coalition because they're the opposing one. I think that would actually, ruin it. I think that would ruin their popularity more. So definitely these coalitions and parties can work together, and I don't think it will cause a trouble for democracy because it's only a problem between these two people.
Okay, that's nice. Is that all?
Yep.
Okay, Spill, you can go next.
I also don't think that it would cause any trouble for democracy. These grudges are personal between those two. It might be more, but at the end of the day, if you agree on a certain topic, I don't think that a grudge would prevent you from voting on a topic that you personally agree with. It might happen, but I really don't think that it is too much of a problem or that it's definitely not a issue for democracy.
Okay, that's nice. It's good to know both like democracy. More opinions the better.
Uh,
Okay, this one is from Emperor Oleg. Would you support any autonomy towards the purple people? So this means any autonomy or independent parties and in the future independence. The question is in chat by Emperor Oleg.
mhm.
If you need me
May
to
I?
repeat it, I can repeat it. Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely support any autonomy towards the purple. I would love to work together with a purple nation. I would love to establish a free movement law that allows purple and blue to move freely between our borders. We need to strengthen our relations, and I would agree with a minority party that is mandatory in the parliament in order to ensure that the purple citizens are represented at all times in the parliament.
Okay. Horse.
Well, I definitely see the purple autonomy. Yeah, definitely because I've talked with many of the purple autonomists, and definitely with the old purple party. Oh my gosh, the old purple party before it got deleted. I was talking with them, and I was talking about the autonomy for their
My bad.
island. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to it, man. It went away or
I wonder
something.
what happened to it. I didn't end it.
Yeah,
I
something
don't
weird happened to it.
know.
It just disappeared one day. But yeah, I definitely support the purple autonomy on their island. But I also support the orange autonomy question that's slowly coming up with more with an orange. I'm pretty sure there was an orange person that I saw
Yeah, there
earlier.
was also an orange, but most oranges joined the red,
The reds,
and then
yeah, but
parties also
still,
got slimed.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We need to also
Oops.
reconcile with these groups because I remember there was a leak in the purples about their separatist. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can definitely see. I definitely don't want to continue to hate on them because I know there's that if we continue to let people just exclude purples, it's definitely gonna be a problem earlier. I mean later. So it's best to reconcile with these groups.
So the next question, which isn't for me, or actually no, I forgot who asked. I didn't say who asked, but someone asked, "Would you reform the military academy, and how would you do it?"
Oh, so like I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, would you reform the military academy, and how would you do it? Very capital.
Uh, well, Spill went first last time, but I'll go first this time. I
Okay.
definitely see the military academy as needing, you just need to expand it to the player base that's just joining. Because recruits right now, they're going into games, losing us battles, and it's costing us the world map progression. So I think a more active training community or military community. You know what I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
what is it? Whenever they announce for the training, we should definitely support more of those, and we should definitely have a schedule for them. And
Okay.
yeah, definitely having more recruits learn the game, not by throwing them into the fire, but actually showing them what to do. It's way better than throwing them just into the pit of lava. Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Okay. Spill.
Well, we should strongly advise new players that join the Blue Nation to not fight until they have had proper training. I think regular trainings is very important, is a very important step for this, as well as the most knowledgeable generals should make multiple different guides on many different scenarios, even if they are just short videos, for example, on how to properly act in what situation in order to show it to new recruits. And the ranking up should also not just be decided by the win-loss ratio, but it should, at least to some degree, be also decided with live match viewing of a higher general or
Yeah.
officer.
Okay. That's nice. So you're both pro-military. That is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This question by Vice Seller. What are your plans after becoming president, and what are your goals? What are your goals after becoming president? Who wants to go
Uh,
first?
I guess I'll speak first. I'll definitely do the first thing I'd do was end definitely the political infighting. Just like try not to get personal grudges in the way of actual policy making. That would be my first thing. I don't want to immediately just start passing 20 policies. I don't want to just do that out the blue. Instead, I just want to first thing I'm going to definitely do in the first couple hours is talk with the other parties and make sure that we can cooperate in such a way that makes it so that we don't start fighting. But after I end this infighting, we're definitely gonna start passing some policies relating on the military and also unity in the with the blues and purples.
Okay, so your main objective is to stop the infighting between each party in the parliament. Okay, that
Definitely.
seems
Yeah.
reasonable. Is that all?
Uh, I guess. Well, I could talk about individual policy, but
Oh yeah,
uh,
they can read your manifesto for
yeah, they
that.
can read. It's in the. It's already in my party. It's already in my
Oh,
party.
yeah, you can link it in the chat. Don't worry.
Yeah, let me just do
Okay.
that. If you want to read the individual stuff, it's right there.
Yeah, it's in chat. I will pin it for now. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind. I can't
I'm
put it
gonna.
in this chat.
It's in the entire manifesto, by the way. I have the rest. It's up the chat wall. It's all up the chat wall. So I'll send it down in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that means
Thank
you're
you very
away.
much.
Alright.
If you guys are interested, you can go read it. Spill, you are next. Would you like me to repeat the question?
No, I'm fine. I
Okay.
think that the infighting is actually not that big of an issue. I have seen great cooperation already with other parties personally, even with everything that has happened throughout the last few days. So I don't think that I would have to focus on this. I would rather focus on securing our blue nation from the red threat that we are facing by immediately reforming the military, or at least as soon as possible. But one thing I would do as the representative of the nation is approach the red nation for deals to improve the life of prisoners of war. Our people are already suffering more than enough, and we must ensure that if they at least make it out alive, that they have proper housing, proper food. They do not need to suffer any more than they already have.
Okay, that was a very interesting answer. Okay, let me see another question. Okay, this question is about the Reds, and we would like your opinion. What is your opinion on the Reds infighting with two different monarchs trying to claim the title of Emperor? And what would you suggest to the Reds about it? That does not make any sense.
Well,
But I will
I
say
know
now.
I know what you're talking about. There's definitely a bunch of parties. I saw in the propaganda there was an anti-monarchy party and a monarchist party running at the same time, and there was
Yeah,
also
there's
a
also
parliament.
there's also two different emperors trying to
Yeah,
become emperor.
and the thing is, I really don't know why these Reds are purposely fighting whenever they're focusing more on the politics rather than the actual game, and I feel like they need to we're trying not to make the same mistakes to these people. Try not to split the parliament over two different groups. We should definitely just focus on the war as a whole instead of this. But my advice to the Reds is to not even go with any of these parties because I saw there was the anti-monarchy party, and I feel like most of the monarchist parties they're just gonna dissolve whatever red parliament there is the second they get in. So yeah, my advice to the Reds is not to go with the monarchy at all and go with I think it was the RIV.
With Red Iron Vanguard,
Yeah,
led by
yeah,
Katz.
whatever
But
that is, whatever that is.
Katz had just resigned yesterday. I think it
Yeah,
was.
so
So I have no clue who their new leader is.
yeah,
But
so
yeah.
there's no red in chat saying the RIV sucks. So I don't know what it's. I don't know what. I'm not. I of course don't know the internal what the internal situation is, but I've heard from both monarchist parties that they don't like the RIV. Yeah, and also I don't know. Just don't know the internal politics
I
enough
will post the
to get
results
impressed
for
with
the
it.
Red Party in here just so you guys can have a look.
Let me look at this.
It was quite close between
Uh,
the two monarchist parties.
yeah, well, wasn't the Vermilion the last party that got in? The last party, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
one with the
so
inactive emperor that did
yeah,
nothing,
so
and
I
then
don't know why they're voting
left.
for him again whenever it's of course just, they're just gonna get another inactive person. I don't know
Yeah, they
why.
just
I
pinged the
guess
Red Empire's Discord.
mm,
Anyways, uh,
yes, that's it.
Spill, you can go if you still have the question. I forgot what the
Yeah,
question
I
was.
do. It's fine. um,
Okay.
on honestly, I'm not familiar with Red's internal politics, but I think the best way is to go democratic.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with that
Is that
too.
your? Okay, that's good to know. I just posted the whole thing for. I swear, Emperor-elect.
Yes.
I've already saved that question. That's about to be the question that's coming. No need to spam it.
Also, White, I
Okay.
need to go in like the next 10-ish minutes, so yeah,
Okay.
we
We'll
gotta
finish
get
up
this
with
on
the
the road.
question then. Okay, this one's from Emperor Oleg. Would you consider that there are too many random and even wait what and unneeded parties? And if so, would you do anything to stop the addition of unneeded parties?
Uh,
I will
I
post it. I mean, he sent it, but I'll post it anyways.
well, I don't think there is any idea. I don't think there is any question about an unneeded party. I think there's the only thing that there is that it can be defined as unneeded is an under-supported party running for parliament, which will, it won't win, but they're still running and they're still taking up parliament seats, and they're taking up votes. I don't think there is my bad. I don't think there is oh my gosh. I don't think there is any unneeded parties. There's just too many minor parties that try to run in parliament. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there should be any power to the government that should be able to ban these parties or block them from being created because these are the voice of the people. So they should be able to vote for whatever they want. And if they lose, then yeah, they just lost. Okay. You have to deal with it.
Okay. So, what would you do to? Actually, no, I'm not going to ask that question. I said the last question. Okay, Spill.
Um, I personally think that there are a lot of random, especially meme parties, but the people have their freedom of expression. They have their freedom to make parties. They can make as many parties as they want. The people are allowed to vote on these parties if they think that they are gonna be effective, if they think they are gonna represent their ideas. There should not be any party cap. It should not be a possibility for the government to make a party cap or ban any of these just unneeded or meme parties. After all, they are protected by the freedom of speech and the
Okay.
freedom to make parties.
Just one quick one. Sorry. So, the election committee, would they have power over the parties entering for the ballots? Yes or no? Horse?
Well, the Independent Election Committee, if it was to be unbiased, just by the pulling
Yeah.
of whatever it sticks or by a name, random name, spinner, they should definitely have power over minor parties, like little small parties with only 5 upvotes. No, 5 to 10, like 5 to 8 upvotes. If
Okay.
those parties are trying to enlist into the election, the Independent Election Committee should definitely be able to look at that to
Yeah.
um they should be able to look at that and just decide if they can actually run. That's it.
Okay. Spill.
I don't think that they can be unbiased enough to be given the power over to choose if a party is allowed to go into the balance or not. It's just simply too much of a risk. It is, by my idea, randomized for who gets in, but we are never sure if it is actually unbiased or not, and giving this power to them is, I think, just too much.
Well, that's going to be the end of the debate. Thank you for coming. Does anyone
Mhm.
have any quick questions? Maybe. Oh no. Well, we've been answering quick questions, but you can ask. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not joining any. No, we're not having another one of those questions that we had earlier. Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of the debate. We're not
Mhm.
going to have the time to do the WOD 1v1 since Horse has to go. So
We can
yeah.
definitely arrange it for another time, or maybe if the elections are gonna happen like in a couple days, we can do it tomorrow or whatever
No,
if
I'm
we have
about
the
to.
I
time.
I'll
will
start
sadly
it in
not
half an
have
hour.
time for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I
I'll
guess we
start
won't have the
the
one
round.
one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll start the round two elections in 32 minutes.
All right, but
Okay. So
Okay.
at 9 p.m. my time.
Alright, nice
Well,
talking to
thank
you,
you everyone for
Spiele, and
coming. Goodbye, guys. Good luck in your race.
alright, good luck, Spiele.
Again,